Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Denise. We are at Sanctuary Hills and I wanted to do a quick tips and tricks video. This is not really something that I do on my channel, but I had some folks asking me to do the gun glitch or the gun reduction to reduce your settlement size bar. That was Trevor on my Red Rocket settlement video. And I apologize for the lateness of the video because I recorded it like 3 times and my audio was messed up. Audio issues are fixed now. My husband fixed that. I also wanted to show the rug glitch and the group select, which are two totally different things, a common misconception. And also I believe her name is Alyssa, said she was having some trouble snapping some of the rounded metal pieces together. So we'll kind of take a look at that. Maybe the visual will help her to maybe overcome that issue. So yeah, that's the things I wanted to cover today. So hopefully this won't be too very long of a video. So, oh, and I've got Codsworth with me, and I did him up looking all pretty. Isn't he gorgeous? Oh, he's so beautiful. Yeah. And I also wanted to say again, happy birthday to my niece, Cheyenne. She just turned 18 yesterday. I didn't put up a video yesterday, so I wasn't able to say happy birthday, but I just want to say happy birthday to her. And I'm so very proud of you, and I love you very, very much. So, all right, let's get down to business. All right, so I'm going to go into the workshop mode. And as you can see, my settlement size bar on the very top right hand corner is almost full for Sanctuary. So we're going to reduce that in the fastest, easiest way possible, which is dropping weapons on the ground and then storing them back in your workbench. Now, the easiest way to do this and fastest way is to first have the proper type of gun, which are the gamma guns that you get from these guys here at Crater House. So you might want to just head on up to Kingsport Lighthouse, get yourself ready, make sure you have a lot of Rad-X and Radaway, pop some of those, pop some Chems, go over to Crater House, kill all the bad guys there. They're going to be a different sect of Children of Adam folks that kind of remind me of raiders because they will just attack you on sight every time they see you, no matter what the reasoning is. Even if you've gone to Far Harbor and you're friends with Children of Adam and you've joined their group, they'll still attack you. They make no discrimination in regard to that. They'll just attack anyone. So anyways, when you kill all those guys there at the Crater House, all the Children of Adam dudes, they drop these guns called gamma guns. And I'll just show you those. This is what they look like. And because they're they're not the most powerful gun in the game or even the most interesting gun in the game. They're not legendary or anything like that. They're just like the most complex gun in the game. And the more intricate item that you drop on the ground, at least to my understanding, that's what lowers your settlement size bar the fastest. So these guns are going to be the best to do that with. So I have quite a few. I have several that I modded, and I noticed if you mod them, that kind of helps make the settlement size bar drop a little bit more because you're adding, you know, to that intricacy, you're adding even more intricate stuff to it. So anyways, I'll just do it with these ones, and I'll show you. You just drop them on the ground, and it's up to you how many you want to drop at one time, but I usually don't like to drop a whole bunch of stuff on the ground at one time because it tends to sometimes glitch out the game. So that's another tip that you might want to just be aware of if you're kind of paranoid like I am about stuff like that. So we've dropped them all on the ground, as you can see, and you just hover over them and hit store in your workshop. And if you want to watch the bar in the top right hand corner, you will see it's going down pretty quickly. Now I know some of you oldies out there already know how to do this and things like that. So if you're an oldie and you know all these tricks already, you most certainly do not have to listen to me explain it all over again. So anyways, but for those of you who watch my videos regularly and maybe see something I miss or something I could have explained better, please let me know in the comments. But that's basically what you do is you just drop those little gamma gums on the ground, store them in your workbench. Oops, I forgot one. And that will reduce your bar. And then, you know, if you have more on you, like I do, I could drop more and just keep doing that. And then once you don't have any more in your inventory, obviously you will have to go back to your workbench, take them out of the workbench again, and just repeat the process. So I'll do it one more time, you know, just to show. And hopefully I won't have anything weird happen, like my game freezing up on me while I'm doing this, knock on wood. Okay, did I miss any? So you can see my bar was almost full, and now we've got it almost back down to halfway. So yeah, now sometimes you'll notice it won't go down as quick because the settlement has a larger build space. Like if you were to do this at Spectacle Island, it wouldn't drop down as quick just because there's a bigger build space there. So you can fit a lot more stuff in there. So you may see, like in a place like Spectacle Island, you may have to do it several times over, you know, but it's still a better, faster, more efficient way than dropping, let's say, a bunch of pipe pistols on the ground or something and doing it that way. That would definitely take longer. So you most certainly can use other guns to do this, but that's just the fastest way that I've learned and seen on other videos as far as getting it done as quick as you possibly can. Alright, so let's go on to the rug glitch, and I'll just go on ahead and put some rugs down here, and it just depends on your personal preference what rug you want to use. The thinnest rug is going to be this one right here. If you don't want to use up your rubber, then a lot of people just use this one because it only takes cloth. This is a little bit thicker rug, so you may notice a jump up or down when you take a rug away as opposed to using this one, a difference, because in fact that's the reason why people started using the rug to do this technique, because the rug gives you more reach room and it's a lot thinner. So you just stick a rug down, and then you can stick another one on top of it if you need the extra reach room. I usually try to do it on an elevated surface so you can kind of see what's going on, but you definitely could, you know, do it on a flatter surface, but sometimes, you know, things like that happen. So if you just want better visual to see when the item hops up on the rug, it's better to just kind of have it elevated like that. So you can take pretty much any item except an item that snaps, because those won't work with just the regular rug glitch. So you could just take, you know, like this chair, and sometimes you won't, you know, with it being like this, you can see it hop up there on its own, but if you're on flat ground, sometimes it will hop up and sometimes it seemingly won't hop up. It just it'll just stick, but it won't necessarily hop up to give you the visual cue that you need. So just, you know, all I do is just test it, you know, before I do it, just to make sure, you know, it's on there. So, but I noticed some items, if you have them on flat ground, they just always won't do that little hoppy up thing as obviously to denote that it has actually been hooked onto the rug. So, if that makes sense. So, what you're going to do is, you see at the bottom left-hand corner is my select button, which is A because I'm on the Xbox One. And so whatever system you're on, you're going to want to use that select button. And I believe it's X for the PS4. I'm not sure what it is for computers. Sorry about that. So with the rug glitch, all you're going to do is you're just going to do a quick tap. Quick tap that A, and it should just pick it right up like that. Now, this gives you, the option to merge this into other items. It gives you the flexibility to place this in more intricate spots that's, it wouldn't normally go, like right here. A normal chair probably wouldn't go there, but you could stick it all the way, almost all the way in there like that. And then, when you take away the rug, it will usually either hop up or down depending on how you have it placed or what it's being merged into. So if you're the type of person that doesn't like to keep doing stuff over and over again, it's usually a good time to save right before you take away your rugs. For me, I don't mind redoing it over and over again because it just helps me learn better. But if you're not wanting to do something over and over again, then just make sure you save before you take your rugs away just to see what it's going to do. Because honestly, I mean, you really just never know what it's going to do. That one dropped down. So I don't know what forks and toothbrushes and spoons are doing out here, and a cigarette. But I'll go on ahead and get rid of those for whatever reason. And some scissors. Okay. Alright, so the chair dropped down. Now there used to be a technique where you could take the rugs away and nothing would drop down or hop up. But they patched that, so sometimes you're just going to have to keep your rugs there if you don't want your item to hop up or down. You'll just have to keep your rugs in place, and you'll just have to keep it like that. If you don't want it to hop up or down or do anything weird, you'll just have to keep that rug on there. Now, another thing you could do is you can hook rugs together to cover that up if you wanted to, and just do something like that. Of course, then there's this rug here. Of course, you could hide that better. I could probably do something like make it look more natural by going like this and putting that then on top of there to look like it's more integrated and it doesn't look so weird. But then that will cover up your rug that you already have there. And if you wanted to cover up that little rug that you just had there, then just do something like that. So that's the only way that I know of how to kind of hide your rugs at this point in time. Now, the group select, you can use a rug with group select, but you can also use it with the pillar and other objects too. Some people use the ashtray, some people use the cat bowl. I've seen people use all kinds of items to group select. And the mnemonic device that I use to remember is group select is a long hold. So the O in group and the O in long, that way I know that it's a long hold as opposed to a quick tap, which was the rug glitch. So I will show you. Now you don't always have to put it on there like that. You can just, put it somewhere close by it. And it can be on flat ground. In fact, I prefer it to be on flatter ground when I'm doing a group select. But you don't have to put the item on top of the rug. All you're doing is selecting the rug, which in turn will select the chair when you hold A. So I'm going to use that select button again, but I'm going to hold it down this time. I'm not going to quick tap it. I'm just going to hold it down, and it's going to turn everything green. And that's kind of another indicator of the difference between the rug glitch and the group select. So again, this group select, you may be asking, well, what can you use that for? Again, you can use it to put items in a spot where they normally wouldn't go. You can use it to stack items that wouldn't stack normally on their own. You can use it in combination with the pillar, which is what I do quite a bit. You could just get out your pillar here and then, you know, lift it up off the ground and, you know, make an object that maybe is floating for your haunted house or, you know, whatever. I use it in this gives you a little bit more reach room too. You know, so let's say maybe you wanted a chair in this wall right here, you know, you could just do that. And that's not a good example because the, you know, the rug made it drop down, but you can use other items to give you more reach room, like the post and things like that. Even though that rug wasn't attached to it, it will still sometimes make it drop down. So you could just use the pillar to stick your chair into the wall there. There you go. So, yeah, there's just all kinds of cool, neat things you could do with both of those tricks. It's how I've done some of the funky things at my settlements, and you know, I've shown it on some of my videos how I've done stuff, and I almost use both of those, the group select and the rug glitch, all the time. So yeah, let's get on to what Alyssa was asking about, the metal pieces. I hope this is good enough explanation, guys. Let me know if I could be of any other help. I know usually I direct you guys over to Davy's channel at No Respawns or maybe Adipose, because they have some really great tutorials up, and that's where I learned all this from, is from those guys, mostly. But I always love to watch tips and tricks videos. It just helps me keep abreast of things, and if anything changes, if anyone finds any new techniques or ideas to use, it's always great to learn about that, so we can keep things going here. Now here are the round pieces for the metal structures, so I'm not sure exactly what pieces she was having trouble snap, but there are special pieces that are made for the, you know, curved ones, which are these. So these will snap on both sides like that, and you could create kind of a little tunnel or weird shaped house with that, and then you could just stick this piece on the back, and then you have a little house. Or you could use this one too. I think this one's kind of made for the curved doorway as well. I hope this is helpful to you, and I hope that maybe this helps your issues with the snapping of the pieces. I'm not sure exactly what is giving you issues there. I know you were trying to explain it in some of the comments, and I hope I'm not misunderstanding what you're talking about, but here's the other curved pieces. They come excuse me, more to a point at the top, which gives a different look and shape. Of course, the circle and door and end pieces won't line up with it perfectly like this one, but it's still, I think, works better than the square one. But it doesn't, I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's just personal preference, again, what you want your settlement to look like. And even I don't think this one will hook on there on itself. Yeah, so that one is pretty much just made for it pretty much. But you know, if you did want this doorway there, you know, we could utilize the group select, because this is a snappable piece, so obviously you've got to use the group select. And let me try it with a rug first and see if it'll let me do that and fit it in there. So I'm going to hold A, and it'll select the whole thing and maybe try to get it in there. Yeah. So it'll go either there or there, it looks like, and that's just depending on the terrain and where I'm at. It may turn green at a different spot depending on where you're building at. I think that's pretty good though. And so you'd probably have to do that same technique with the back part if you wanted a square back part. And like I said, that doesn't look bad. It's just, you know, again, what look you're trying to go for with your settlement. So I hope that was helpful, and let me know if I forgot anything or if you'd like to see more of me trying to clumsily explain some of the tips and tricks I have used and learned from other folks. So anyways, I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and shoot any comments down below, and I hope y'all are well. Bye bye.